those na nasa choices, yung pinakamalapit na sagot, yun yung isasagot nyo. There are some instances na hindi talaga siya exact compared to those na nakasulat sa book natin, no? So, like for example, ganito, no? Di ba iba ang nakasulat doon sa PowerPoint natin, no? So, most of the time, kung alin doon yung mas pinakamalapit, no? Nasa tingin nyo na sagot, no? Amongst doon na nasa choices, yun yung isasagot nyo. So, first is bacteria vary in size and shape, no? So, the answer is 0.4 to 2 micrometer, no? It's letter D. Nakita nyo? Ay, nakita nyo? Pwede nyo siyang i-open actually doon sa inyong, ano tawag dito? Doon sa inyong Schoology. Hindi ko na siya i-share. Ay, wait, i-share ko na nga lang para makita nyo. Para makarelate kayo sa aking binabasa. Okay? Parang ako lang ang... Sinong sumali sa inyo sa mga different activities ng ating college days? Wala? Wala kayong sinalihan? Ay, so sad. Hindi kayo naki-join sa, sa Mobile Legends nila. Fans club lang talaga kayo. Okay. Wait ha, hold on. Still opening. So, nasaan na ang iba? So, 37 pa lang tayo. 36. Sararanya, Maderable, Nakilan, Maliga, Ilisan, Pabiona, Numananap, Bulay, Fakurib, Shuwa, Tolentino, Sungalao, Beherano, Colong, Sison, Malinaw, Bosque, Bukikosa, Dilatina, Nalas, Aet, Mutalban, Jacobo, Ocampo, Bañadera, Leong, Pabunuit, Silana, Chongson, Chiquito, Bodolio, Bilonio, Himotea, Aquino. So, yun pala ang nandito. Kulang pa tayo. Meron pang ibang hindi nakapasok. Okay? Ay, bakit siya ganyan? Ayaw niyang ma-open. Okay, so while waiting, no, let's proceed muna, no, doon sa ating questions. Okay, question number 2. An Italian scientist who suggested that microorganisms from the air probably had entered Nedham solution after they were boiled. So, di ba, kung na-remember niyo, no, yung kay Nedham's na theory na with regards to yung nag-positive yung kanyang solution. So, A, no, Lazarus Spallanzani, B, Francisco Reddy, C, John Nedham, and letter D, Robert Hooke. Ano ang sagot nyo dito sa number 2? Anyone from the group? Anong sagot nyo dito sa number 2? An Italian scientist who suggested that microorganisms from the air probably had entered Nedham solution after they were boiled. Anong sagot niyo dito, number 2? Tingnan natin. Yes, it's Lazaro Spallanzani, no? So, yung sagot sa number 2 natin. Okay? Paano ba ito in next? Yung iba, you can type your answer dito sa ating, okay, number 3. A commercial transport system that contains selective agar and a carbon dioxide generating tablet. A commercial transport system that contains selective agar and a carbon dioxide generating tablet. A. Carry and Blair transport media. B. Stewart. C. Amis transport medium. And letter D. Gembeck system. No, na-discuss natin ito, no, as far as I remember, no, na-discuss natin ito last time. A commercial transport system that contains selective agar and a carbon dioxide generating tablet. Which amongst yung ating, lahat naman sila transport medium. So, pero which amongst this 4 transport medium that contains selective agar and carbon dioxide, especially yung carbon dioxide generating tablet? Alin sa kanilang 4? Carry and Blair, Stewart, Amis, or yung Gembeck system natin? Which amongst yung 4 natin na May kausap ba ako dito? Walang sumasagot sa akin. Ako na lang siguro ang sasagot. Okay. Oh, hindi pa ako nakapag-check attendance actually. Anong sagot niyo dito, guys? Anong sagot niyo? Wala pa? Hindi pa kayo nakapag-move on sa ating katatapos lang na college days? Anyone from the group, you may type your answer dito sa ating public chat, or kung ayaw nyo naman, nahiya naman kayo masyado, pwede nyo i-type doon sa, pwede kayo mag-private message. Huwag nang mahiya, charot. Bakit walang sumasagot? Maraming nagtatype, pero wala akong nare-receive na kahit ni isang sagot. No? Oy, where are you na, mga children of the Philippines? Wait na, asan na yun? Ay, hindi yun pa na-open. Okay, antayin natin silang ma-open ng exam. Saan na yun? Wait lang. Ayan, i-upload ko na lang dito para makita niyo. Okay. Yung iba, anong sagot nila? Saan? Ay, sorry guys, no? In-publish ko pala siya ang exam. So, dito na lang natin siya titingnan. No? I already uploaded yung ating... Wait, eto. Sorry ha, hindi ko kasi siya. Makita nyo? Ayan. Okay, no? So, number 3, no? A commercial transport system that contains selective agar and carbon dioxide generating tablet. Anong sagot nyo dito? Sa number 3 natin. No, especially, no, usually ito siya, no, ginagamit. Okay, so it's a GEMBEC system natin, transport. Lahat naman sila, no, all these 4, no, are commercial transport system, no. They are selective agar, they are selective commercial agar, no, transport system, okay? So a negative stain used to visualize capsules surrounding certain yeast, such as Cryptococcus species. No? Number 4, letter A, India ink. Letter B, lactophenol cotton blue. Letter C, methylene blue. And letter D, chalcophore white. So what among this? Yung inyong, ano tawag dito? Yung sagot nyo sa number 4.
Indian ink. India ink.
Okay, no? So, among sa kanila, si India ink yung sagot sa number 4. No?
Tama po. Tama.
Okay. Bakit ayaw? Wait. Nakikita nyo? Bakit iba ang lumalabas dito sa aking screen? Wait. Bakit nawala? Nakikita nyo guys? Ito hindi ko siya makita. Full screen natin. Yes, indeed. Wait. May ginawa yata akong something. Kaya ganyan. Ayan, naka-full screen na siya. Yun yung bumalik sa taas. Bakit ayaw niyang bumalik? Wait lang ha. Ha? Aga-aga pa. Aga-aga pa natutoxic na ako dito sa ganitong buhay ng online class. Nakaka-stress siya. Ayun. Kita niyo na? Okay, so balik tayo. Yes, nakikita niyo na pero ako hindi ko siya makita. Kalokohan itong ginagawa ko. Sandali. Oh my gosh. Ano ba yan? Ayan, nakikita ko na actually. Okay, what number are we?
5.
Sorry naman, I'm not that techy. Okay, so yung last number natin, yung sagot is laban lang. Yes, indeed, laban lang. Kailangan nating lumaban sa buhay. Laban lang. Dahil may vaccine na, so magkakaroon more or less, magkakaroon na tayo ng face-to-face, hopefully. No? Hindi na tayo ganito, nangangapatay tayo lahat. Okay? What is the most common anticoagulant used for microbiology specimens? Okay, letter A, heparin. Letter B, sodium polyanethol sulfonate. Letter C, citrate. And letter D, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid or yung EDTA natin na tinatawag.
SPS.
So, alin ang sagot niya dito sa number 5 natin? Okay, no? SPS, no, is commonly used, no, sa ating anticoagulant in microbiology specimen, no? Specifically, no, sa ating blood specimen. So, usually, no, we use SPS for yung mga blood culture media battle natin. Okay? Number 6, this method of cell number determination is used to prepare a standard inoculum for antimicrobial susceptibility testing. A, density measurement. Letter B, direct plate count. Letter C, direct counting under the microscope. And letter D, all of the above. Okay, merong sumagot ng letter B, letter C. Yung iba, anong sagot nila? How about the others? Okay, most of you answered letter B. Okay, so yung letter E, yung letter B is direct plate. So ang sagot kasi dito, this method of cell number determination is used to prepare a standard inoculum for antimicrobial susceptibility testing. No? So yung sagot dito is yung tinatawag natin na density measurement. Yeah. Diba kung ma-remember nyo as what I've mentioned, no? Yung sinabi ko sa inyo na kino-compare siya with the standard, no? I don't know if you can remember. Yung direct plate count, usually no, ginagamit natin yung direct plate count, no? When counting number of microorganisms, no? As what I've given last time, no? With regards doon sa ating urine culture, no? So usually doon siya ginagamit sa direct plate count, no? Or yung tinatawag natin na specifically yung pour plate technique na ginagamit natin, no? Usually, no, as what I've mentioned nga last time, no, yung MH natin is minimix siya together with the urine specimen, no? And then ina-incubate and then doon siya kinakount and kinakount yung number of microorganisms, no, na tumubo doon sa culture media natin. And then, the next day, no, kinakount siya and then kinocompute yung number of microorganisms, no, as what I've said na last time, no, that usually greater than 100 CFU per ml dapat, no, yung count, no, para maging makonsider natin siya na pathologic yung ating specimen or yung microorganisms doon na tumubo sa urine specimen natin. So, density measurement, so usually, ito siya yung ginagamit natin for antimicrobial susceptibility testing, no? So, usually, kino-compare natin yung turbidity ng sample natin. Okay? Nakuha? You can check, no, with your notes, no, yung ating density measurement, no, with regards doon sa tatlo, yung direct plate or yung difference ng tatlo. But then again, density measurement yung ginagamit natin. Okay? Next is the gram staining method. The bacteria is considered as direct differential, selective, or simple.
B.
Anong sagot niyo dito? Direct, differential, selective, or simple. Gram staining method, the bacteria is considered as blank.
Differential.
Okay, it's a differential staining, no? See, gram staining along with yung ating AFB staining. So they are differential part or nakategorize sila under differential staining natin. Okay? Next number, a media that usually contains substance that do not promote multiplication of microorganisms. What is your answer? No,
Selective.
selective enrichment, differential in transport.
Selective.
Okay, how about the others? Anong sagot nyo? Okay,
Promote much.
indeed. Yes, it's letter D, transport media. Also, di ba, usually one of the purpose of transport media natin, no, para ma-prevent or ma-promote yung further multiplication of the microorganisms, no, para ma-isolate natin yung original content ng specimen natin if meron nga talaga siyang microorganisms. And then, at the same time, no, ma-prevent natin yung mga different, ano tawag dito? Pagtubo ng mga different microorganisms. Okay, number 9. An English scientist who reported the first discovery of small structural units called cells with the use of microscope. What's your answer in questions number 9?
Discovery is small.
Anong sagot niyo sa question number 9?
Si Robert.
Ay my gosh, bakit ako nawala? Wait lang guys. Nawala ako. Merong sumagot ng letter D, merong sumagot ng letter C.
Hindi man.
Yung iba, anong sagot niyo? Ay, hindi kayo magkakapareho ngayon ng sagot. Yung iba, anong sagot natin dyan?
Use of microscope.
Okay. How about the others? Ano yung sagot ng iba? Okay. Wait ha. Nawala kasi ako. Bakit letter C ang sagot nyo? Yung iba bakit letter D? Sige nga, justify your answer. Yung iba bakit letter C, yung iba bakit letter D? Sige, tingnan natin kung bakit C ang sagot nila and bakit yung iba letter D. No? Tingnan natin. Anong sagot? Bakit letter C? To those na sumagot ng letter C, bakit letter C ang sagot nyo?
Mga functional unit.
Pwede nyo i-type dito, bakit letter C, bakit letter D ang sagot nyo. You can type your answer no, dito sa public chat natin or you can message me dito or you can private message your answers. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. Okay, no? Antayin ko ang mga sagot nyo. Tingnan natin kung anong sagot ng iba. Wala pa akong nare-receive na sagot.
Kumana yung college test?
Kami nag-champion. Kami na-champion.
Yes, indeed. Wow. How about the others? Okay, tama naman si Miss Banyadera. It's Robert Hooke yung sagot sa number What number na nga yan? Number 9. Yes, true indeed. Okay, so can we continue? Tama yung sagot ni Miss Banyadera. It's Robert Hooke. No, was the first one to discover cells, no? Okay, so sagot dyan is Robert Hooke, no? Sa number 9. Okay, can we proceed now? May violent reaction? Parang gusto nilang mag-violent reaction. Okay, you can type your answers. Okay. Next number. Number 10. So, a method used to estimate the number of bacteria present in a specimen. What's your answer in number 10? A method used to estimate the number of bacteria present in a specimen.
Direct counting under the microscope.
So, what's your answer in number 10?
Direct counting under the microscope.
Direct counting. So, lahat kayo direct counting. Yung iba, how about the others? What are, anong sagot nyo?
Direct counting under
Direct counting under the microscope? Wala nang ibang sagot?
Wala na.
Direct counting. Yung iba, anong sagot nyo? Same din ba? Direct counting din? Yung sa iba na sagot?
Ito, ilong kayo. Sige, trabaho ninyo. Sa trabaho ninyo.
Yes.
Lagi nga ng trabaho.
So, nandiyan yan, no, sa ating PowerPoint, no? It's direct counting under the microscope. Okay, next question natin. Okay, next question. Which of the following specimens requires immediate processing when received in the microbiology laboratory? Tama ba itong binabasa ko? Wait. Okay, next page na tayo. Hindi yung makita.
Kita aja anak ayo. Ya.
Sorry guys, medyo mabagal ang transition ng ating... Ay, sorry, oo nga pa next. Sorry naman, medyo mabagal yung transition ng aking laptop. Okay. So, which of the following specimen? Yung kailangan ng immediate. Ay, sorry. Pinalitan pala yan. Wala yan. Wait. Mali yan. Hindi pala ito yung nakalagay dyan sa inyong exam. Sorry naman. Balik tayo. Mag-share screen na lang tayo. Yes, indeed. No, lahat naman sila kailangan ng immediate na kailangan silang i-process. But then again, which among those, yung 3 or yung 4 ang kailangan natin i-process immediately? No? Actually, si CSF, no, is kailangan natin siyang i-process right after na ma-receive natin. No? Si urine, sputum, and stool, no? As what I've mentioned nga last time, no? Pwede ba siyang i-refrigerate, no? But then again, as much as possible, no, kailangan natin silang i-process as soon as possible, no, or as soon as na-receive natin sila inside the laboratory, no. Okay, next question. A biological relationship where both host and organisms benefit from one another. So what's your answer in this question? No, a biological relationship where both host, no? Where both host and organisms benefit from one another. Okay, symbiosis, commensalism, parasitism, or none of the above. So which amongst this? No? Alin sa mga nandito? Biological relationship where both host and organisms benefit from one another, no? Symbiosis, commensalism, parasitism, or none of the above. What's your answer? A, B, C, or D? Okay, no? So it's symbiosis, no? How about the others? Anong sagot niyo? Okay, what's your answer? How about the others? Excuse me, wait lang.
Yan naman po yung mga lagi. Dapat di ba yung mga lunch? Oo, is-juice.
24 hours na sila.
Yung mga lunch, mama pa rin nandila.
Okay, so let's proceed now with our next question. Okay, so what number are we? Anong number na tayo? Nawala ako sandali. Sorry guys. Nasaan na tayo? Yung relationship. Tama ba ako? Okay, what number are we? OMG, I'm lost. Okay, number 12. So if the delay is expected for Clostridium difficile toxin assay sample, the sample should be collected without a preservative and can be refrigerated at what temperature? So what's your answer in this question? Okay, number 12. Okay, number 12. So letter A, frozen at negative 25 degrees Celsius. Letter B, frozen at negative 70 degrees Celsius. Letter C, refrigerator temperature. Or letter D, 25 degrees Celsius. What's your answer in number 12? No? If the delay is expected for Clostridium difficile toxin assay sample, the sample should be collected without a preservative that can be refrigerated at what temperature? How about the others? Anong sagot niyo sa number 12?
D.
Anong sagot niyo sa number 12?
Basta na rin ano?
D, ma'am.
Ay, sabi lang naman rin daw na mamunin-munin.
25 degrees? Toxin assay. Na-mention natin ito last time, no? Sa discussion natin. Refrigerator. Okay? Okay, so number 12, the answer in number 12 is frozen at negative 70 degrees Celsius, no? Yun yung sagot sa number 12 natin, negative 70 degrees Celsius. Okay? Number 13, a method used in determining the bacterial cell count in urine culture. Number 12, density measurement, direct or indirect counting under the microscope or all of the above. Okay, direct plate count, no? For yung determining bacterial cell count in urine cultures, no? So usually doon siya pinaka-common na ginagamit si direct plate count. But then again, direct plate count, hindi lang siya kay urine ginagamit ha. There are some specimens also usually na ginagamit din natin si direct plate count. Okay? Okay, next number. Chocolate agar is an example of which of the following? Sa tingin niyo, ano si chocolate agar? Selective, differential, Ay, non-selective, selective, differential, or enriched?
Enrich.
Okay, so si chocolate agar is enriched media, no? Yes, indeed, true. No, so usually, no, pinaka-common na tumutubo kay chocolate agar, no, is what I've mentioned nga, no, is yung Neisseria natin, and at the same time, no, yung mga Haemophilus species natin, no, usually sila pinaka-common na tumutubo in our chocolate agar plate, no? Which of the following is an example of a selective and differential medium? Selective and differential, modified Taylor Martin agar, blood agar, and
Macante agar.
chocolate agar. Actually, meron tayong dalawang sagot dito.
Blood
Selective
agar
and differential. Ay, sorry. Isa lang pala. Selective and differential. So, which amongst this, no, na makukonsider natin na siya na example or best example for selective and differential medium?
Blood agar.
Modified Taylor Martin, blood agar, chocolate agar, or McConkie agar?
Blood agar.
Si chocolate agar ang sagot niyo.
Blood agar.
Bakit chocolate?
Enrich mo na siya.
Okay, so McConkie agar is one of the best example of selective and differential medium. Selective siya in the sense na
Selective
usually yung tumutubo lang kay McConkie agar natin is gram-negative bacilli. And at the same time, no, nagiging differential medium siya since pwede natin silang i-differentiate based on their carbohydrates utilization. No? Or carbohydrates fermentation, si McConkie agar. Okay? Naintindihan? So na-perfect nyo naman yung ating exam.
Pag-sure mo.
May naka-perfect?
Pag-sure.
Kuya. Ilagay dyan, kuya. Ilagay dyan.
Okay, next number.
Kuya.
An organism that have a cell wall containing large amount of lipid material belong to the genus of blank. An organism that have a cell wall containing large amounts of lipids or lipid materials belong to the genus of blank. A. Mycobacterium, B. Mycoplasma, C. Leptospira, and D. Urea plasma.
Mycoplasma.
Bakit C lahat yung sagot niyo? Ano yung C?
Tulog pa si Clive daw. Saka si Felix, tulog pa man.
Ano yung C? Letter A, Mycobacterium. Letter B, Mycoplasma. Letter C, Leptospira. Or letter D, Urea plasma.
Wait lang.
Kayo kumakasi kayo. Okay, it's Mycobacterium, no? Kasi si Mycoplasma and Urea plasma, wala silang cell wall, no? If you can remember, no, na na-discuss natin yung last time. So, ang pagpipilian nyo lang between these two is yung ating Mycobacterium and Leptospira. But then again, now, as what I've mentioned nga, that's why nga hindi siya ma-stain, no? Yung mga Mycobacterium natin with the help of yung gram staining natin or mahirap silang stain, no, due to the large amount of the lipid materials in their cell wall. That's why mahirap sila i-stain with the use of yung gram staining nila. That's why kailangan natin gumamit ng acid-fast bacilli stain. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, number 17. Which of the following is not a characteristic of bacteria? No?
How do you want to have the same shape?
Okay, so letter A have the same shape. Letter B are prokaryotic. Letter C grow by binary fission. And letter D have peptidoglycan cell walls. Bakit C ang sagot nyo? What's with the letter C?
Have the same shape. Iba man.
What's with the letter C?
Sige, ma'am. Iba. Hindi man same.
Okay, so have the same shape. No, hindi naman lahat bacteria, same shape sila. That's why nga, dyan natin sila ma-differentiate, based on their morphological characteristic under the microscope, Dyan natin ma-identify yung different shape ng ating bacteria under the microscope, no? So, yun. Ano ba yan? Bakit letter C, lahat ang sagot niyo? Niloloko niyo ba ako?
Ading.
Actually, wala dyan. Next please, wow.
Ay!
Okay,
Guys,
next
ako sa classmate ko.
question.
Tanaw ba?
Sorry guys.
Gago, teacher naman.
Makinig na lang kayo.
Si teacher niya ba?
What number are we?
Buwang na na.
Di na, buwang na na.
Asa na? Number ano na tayo?
Kanta ni Felix nga.
Number
Asa mo nagsayaw-sayaw?
18. Anton Vallejon po was acknowledged as the father of bacteriology because
As the father of my...
Nagano pa din ta?
dali lang. Okay, number 18. Okay, so Anton Vallejon was acknowledged as the father of bacteriology because letter A, he developed antimicrobial susceptibility patterns. Letter B, because of his classification and identification of organisms with the help of his microscope. Letter C, because he discovered the first microscope. And letter D, because of his discovery bestie. Anong sagot nyo? Lamber,
Hindi.
number 18. How about the other? What's your answer in number 18?
Hindi.
Yes, indeed.
Classification.
Yung iba, bakit may question here, Mark and Mr. Pakori? Okay, no? So because of his classification and identification of organisms with the help of his microscope. Okay? Number 19. Okay, number 19. Which of the following statement about classification of bacteria is not true? Okay, naming of organisms by international rules, arrangement of organisms into taxonomic groups, categories based on similarities or relationship, initial classification was based on shape of the bacterial cells. What's your answer? The following statement about classification of bacteria is not true. Naming of organisms by international rules, arrangement of organisms into taxonomic groups, categories based on similarities or relationship, and initial classification based on shape of the bacterial cells. Yes, indeed. Naming of an organism by international rules. Okay, so that's number 19. Nakatinang mata ko, my God. Okay, number 20. Okay, number 20, the proper word for the name of species is an or a or an blank. A, no, first name. B, epithet. Letter C, surname. Or letter D, yung stream. Now, the proper word for the name of a species is an a or an blank, no? What's your answer? Yes, it's letter B, yung epithet niya. No? Okay? Number 21. Mahaba-haba pa pala tayo. Okay, number 21. The instructions for specimen collection should be written using simple language and pictures to help the patient understand the procedure as it is verbally explained. No? Is it true or false? No? That we should give instructions for specimen collection should be written using simple language and pictures to help the patient understand the procedures as it is verbally explained. How about the others? What's your answer? Yes, it's true, no? Na kailangan natin siyang i-explain in a matter or in a manner wherein maiintindihan ng pasyente natin, no? As much as possible, no? There are some instructions na kailangan natin i-translate in a manner wherein, no, maiintindihan or sa kanilang language, no? Which of the following reasons to reject specimen for culture? Okay, wait. Nawala yung aking big blue button. Okay. Okay, next number. Which of the following are reasons to reject a specimen for culture? First, no, letter A, the specimen is preserved in formalin. Letter B, information on the requisition does not match information on the specimen label. Letter C, a second stool sample is submitted from the same patient on the same day. And letter D, all of the above. How about the others? Okay, ulitin ko na. Which of the following are reasons to reject a specimen for culture? Letter A, specimen is preserved in formalin. Of course, hindi siya pwedeng i-preserve, no? Gamit yung formalin. Letter B, information on the requisition does not match information on the specimen label. No, when we say requisition, yung ating request form, no, na galing sa physician or galing sa nurse. Letter C, a second stool sample is submitted from the same patient on the same day, no? So, as what I've mentioned nga last time, no, that dapat magkakaroon siya ng interval, yung submission ng stool sample natin for culture. Tama ba ako? No, kung maalala nyo yung discussion natin with regards doon sa stool sample natin. Okay, letter D, all of the above. So yung answer dito sa number 22 natin is all of the above. Lahat ito are the reasons, no, kung bakit natin i-reject yung sample for culture. Okay, number 23. Yes, all of the above yung sagot doon. Okay, number 23. Urine sample collected from a patient is not processed within 1 hour should be letter A, left at room temperature. Letter B, add sodium citrate. Letter C, refrigerated. Or letter D, discarded at once. Anong sagot nyo dito? Okay, so urine sample collected from patient, if not processed within 1 hour, should be refrigerated. Okay? Hindi siya pwedeng left at room temperature, no, for more than an hour. Hindi din siya pwedeng lagyan ng sodium citrate. And at the same time, hindi din siya pwedeng is discard at once, no? Bakit? There are some instances, no, there are some patient na mahirap silang makaihi. No? That's why, as much as possible, no, yung mga samples natin na pina-forward sa laboratory is kailangan siyang i-process agad-agad. Okay? Next, swabs are not recommended for collection except number 24. No, swabs are not recommended for collection except letter A, do not provide sufficient quantity. Letter D, easily contaminated. Letter C, can become dried out leading to a loss of organisms. Or letter D, none of the above. Or letter E, all of the above. Yes. How about the other? Anong sa others? Anong sagot nyo? Okay, swabs are not recommended for collection except do not provide sufficient quantity, easily recontaminated, can become dried out leading to a loss of organisms. Or letter D, none of the above. Or letter E, all of the above. What's your answer? Okay, it's letter D, none of the above. No? Hindi siya recommended. No? Ang sagot mo dito, exempt. Ang tanong mo dito, exempt. No? So, hindi siya recommended, no, dito sa lahat ng nasa choices. So, wala dyan. No, na pwede natin i-recommend, no, for yung swab collection natin. Okay? Nakuha? Next question. Number 25, a thread-like appendages made up of entirely of protein responsible for the motility of non-pathogenic bacteria. No? So, anong sagot niyo dito? Cell wall, flagella, membrane, or capsule? Responsible for motility. How about the others? What's your answer? Yes, it's yung flagella natin. So always remember, no, si flagella is responsible for the motility of our pathogenic bacteria. Okay? Next question. Ano ba tayo? Okay, a sticky proteinous hair-like appendages that adhere some bacterial cells to one another and to environmental surfaces. Okay, I repeat, a sticky proteinous hair-like appendages that adhere some bacterial cells to one another and to environmental surfaces. Okay, letter A, cell wall, letter B, membrane, letter C, capsule, or letter D, flagella. What's your answer in number 26?
Chamber.
What's your answer? Okay, how about the others?
Chamber.
Ito ka oras nagpo-falte.
Ako ko'y lakaw. Ato ko din sa...
4:30.
Niya na lang.
4:30.
Yes, indeed, it's membrane, no? Usually, no, si capsule naman, doon natin sila ma-determine based on the content of Okay, number 27. Acts as an osmotic barrier and serves as the site of electron transport chain. Site of electron transport chain. Part ng cell natin na wherein serve as the site of electron transport chain. Letter A in the spores, letter B exospores, letter C cell wall, letter D. Yes, it's a plasma membrane. Okay? Number 28. Number 28. All of the following are components of gram-positive cell wall except. Number 28. All of the following are components of gram-positive cell wall except A. Phospholipids, letter B. Urine, letter C. Peptidoglycan, letter D. Teichoic acid.
Marine or post?
Oh, yes, indeed. Ano kasi yan dito sa Schoology, all of the following are component of gram-positive cell wall except. How about the others? Anong sagot niyo? Ano yung letter D? Okay, phospholipids, urine, peptidoglycan, and teichoic acid. What's your answer? How about the others? Anong sagot niyo? Ano yung letter D? Teichoic acid ang sagot niyo? Anong sagot niyo, guys? Teichoic acid ang sagot niyo, guys? Phospholipids. Okay, so yung answer is phospholipids. So lahat yan sila, no, is present in our gram-positive microorganism cell wall. Okay, next question, number 29. It is an observable physical and functional feature of an organism expressed by genotype. It is an observable physical and functional feature of an organism expressed by genotype. Anong sagot niyo dito, number 29? Okay? A, genotype, B, phenotype, C, all of the above, or letter D, nomenclature.
Asa, Iben?
Okay, no? So yung answer dito is number 29 is yung phenotype. So usually, no, si phenotype is yung expression ng ating genotype. Okay? Or expression ng genotype ng ating microorganisms. Number 30, all of the following are component of gram-negative cell wall except. All of the following are component of our gram-negative cell wall except A. Peptidoglycan, letter B. Phospholipids, letter C. Teichoic acid, or letter D. Lipopolysaccharide. Except, no? Except. All of the following are component of gram-negative cell wall except A. Phospholipidoglycan, letter B. Phospholipids, letter C. Teichoic acid, or letter D. Lipopolysaccharide. What's your answer in number 30? Question number 30, what's your answer? Anong sagot niyo sa number 30, guys? Anong sagot niyo number 30? What's your answer in number 30? Wala pa akong nare-receive na sagot sa number 30. All of the following are components of our gram-negative cell wall except which among those? Ano yung number 30 natin?
Sagutin yung cellphone kay.
Anong sagot niyo number 30? A. Peptidoglycan, letter B. Phospholipids, letter C. Teichoic acid, letter D. Lipopolysaccharide. Saan ang sagot niyo? No? Which amongst these four yung sagot niyo sa number 30? Wala. Peptidoglycan, component ba siya ng ating gram-negative cell wall? Yes, indeed. Iba siya. Kasi ano yan siya dito sa ating schoology. I'm so sorry for that. Balikan natin. Saan na ba siya? Okay, anong sagot nyo? Number 30? Makinig na lang kayo, guys. Anong sagot nyo sa number 30? Oh, I see. Okay, anong sagot nyo sa number 30? Wala kayong sagot sa number 30. All of the following are component of gram-negative cell wall except alin doon? Peptidoglycan, phospholipids, teichoic acid, or lipopolysaccharide. Anong sagot niyo, children? Yes, no? Teichoic acid, no? For number 30 natin, no? Kasi lahat sila is part ng ating gram-positive. Okay, number 31. What is the bacterial colony count in urine that indicates infection or indicative of infection? No? Kung naalala nyo kayo na nag-mention ko, anong sagot? No? Bacterial colony count in urine that indicates infection or indicative of pathogenic infection. Anyone? Kung nakinig kayo kanina, anong sagot nyo? Anyone from the group? bacterial colony count in urine that indicates infection. Anong sagot nyo, guys? Yes, indeed. How about the others? Anong sagot nyo?
Bitch! Pag natin sa ibig, magdagandaga na po na din sa gawas. Imong tingin lagi pa. Hindi lang sa mamukuhan sa gawas. Hindi na pagpuyo lang sa...
Yes, greater than 100 CFU or colony forming unit, no? Yung indicative siya ng infection. Okay? Number 32 na, that's what I mentioned nga last time, no? Every time na mag-urine culture tayo, always remember na lagyan siya ng urine colony count, no, per CFU. Kasi doon sila mag-base, no, ng antibiotic nila sa patient natin. Okay? Okay, number 32. Which of the following temperatures would most likely kill a mesophile or mesophilic? Okay, no? So, which of the following temperatures would most likely kill a mesophile? Letter A, 0 degrees Celsius. Letter B, 60 degrees Celsius. Letter C, 9 degrees Celsius. Or letter D, 37 degrees Celsius. How about the others? What's your answer?
Uy! Oh, dali na. Sunod. Philadelphia.
Baglubo.
Ayun na, di.
Yung iba, anong sagot niyo? Anong sagot ng iba? Uy. How about the others? Bakit si Miss Banyadera lang?
India is...
Okay. I'm so sorry for that. I-unpublish natin yung ating exam. Makinig na lang kayo. Okay, so which of the following temperatures would most likely kill a mesophile? So, 37 degrees Celsius yung number 37. 32 pala, sorry. Wait. Okay, number 33. All of the following are readily observable physical and functional features of an organism expressed by its genotype except. Number 33, all of the following are readily observable physical and functional features of an organism expressed by its genotype except. Observable, ha? So, ang nakalagay dito sa my choices is gram-positive or gram-negative. Letter B, DNA or RNA sequencing. Letter C, colony morphology on media. Or letter D, arrangement into groups or chains of organisms. No? Well, all of the following are readily observable physical and functional features of an organism expressed by its genotype, except. Yes, indeed. Yung letter A is observable siya na features, no, with the help of ating gram staining. So, makikita natin siya, no, na gram-positive or gram-negative microorganisms sila. Now, colony morphology in bacteria, in media, no, makikita natin in a culture media, yung different colony morphology nila in different culture media. And at the same time, no, itong arrangement into groups or chains of organisms is makikita natin dito under the microscope. So, yung mali ay yung sagot dito is DNA or RNA sequencing. Hindi siya readily observable physical and functional features of an organism. No, kailangan pa nating mag-extract, no, ng DNA from the microorganism. So always remember, no, DNA or RNA sequencing no, usually dadaan muna tayo sa process wherein kailangan nating i-extract yung DNA or RNA ng microorganisms, no, bago tayo makapag-proceed sa sequencing or yung tinatawag natin na, or kung commonly na naririnig nyo, no, yung tinatawag natin na PCR or polymerase chain reaction. So usually yung si PCR is pinapadami na yung sequence na na-retrieve natin from yung extraction method natin, no, from the sample natin. No? So usually ganun siya ang nangyayari. Okay? Number 34. The acid-fast property of tubercle bacilli is due to the presence of, so ano usually ang nakaka-create nung yung acid or yung tinatawag natin na acid-fast property of yung ating bacilli or tubercle bacilli natin or yung mga acid-fast bacilli natin na microorganisms. Okay? Letter A, mycolic acid. Letter B, peptidoglycan. Letter C, LPS or lipopolysaccharide, or letter D, endotoxin A. Now, which amongst these four, no, can or yung property of or yung ating acid-fast bacilli? Yes, indeed. What about the others? Anong sagot nyo? No, the acid-fast property of tubercle bacilli is due to the presence of which of the following? Okay, so always remember, no, na cell wall of our acid-fast bacilli is meron siyang mycolic acid. Itong si endotoxin A, no, is present siya in our gram-negative microorganisms, same as with yung ating LPS or yung lipopolysaccharide natin. Makikita yan sila kay gram-negative microorganisms, no? Okay, next number. 30.
Nakapost mo po, wala mo yan, wala mo.
Ano ba tayo? 35. A term used to denote the variation in shape and size of species within a pure culture isolate. Anong sagot niyo, number 35? A term used to denote the variation in shape and size of species within a pure culture isolate. Letter A, pleomorphic. Letter B, spirochetes. Letter C, polar. Or letter D, all of the above. Yes, indeed. No, it's pleomorphic. It's variation in size and shape of the different species of our microorganisms. Okay? Number 36.
No.
All of the following are purpose of staining except. No, nandyan yan sa ating PowerPoint as far as I remember, no? Except A, so helps in the identification of microorganisms and their spatial structure. Letter B, observe metabolic characteristics. Letter C, observe and appreciate the appearance of microorganisms. Or letter D, to differentiate one microorganism or group or microorganisms from another. So which amongst these four? All of the following are purpose of staining except. What's your answer? A, helps in the identification of microorganisms in their spatial structure. Letter B, observe metabolic characteristics. Letter C, observe and appreciate the appearance of organisms. Letter D, to differentiate one microorganism or group of microorganisms from another. Okay. It's letter B. So usually, no, metabolic characteristics of different microorganisms is makikita natin sila sa culture media natin, no? Later on, no, pag nagkaroon na tayo ng biochemical testing, no, makikita natin yung different metabolic characteristics of our different microorganisms. Number 37. A polar flagella that occurs singly or one or both ends or multiply in top of one end. Ano ito sila? Flagella. Di ba meron tayong yung tawag dito, atrichos, monotrichos. Now, which among those? Okay, letter A, atrichous. Letter B, parotrichous. Letter C, lopotrichous. Or letter D, monotrichous. The polar flagella that occur singly or one or both ends or multiply in half of one end. Anong sagot niyo dito?
Rationale lang mo din eh.
Atrichous?
Wala nagkasunod-sunod ang exam ba?
How about the others? Anong sagot niyo? Merong nagsagot ng parotrichous or peritrichous? It's letter C, lopotrichous siya because it's multiply in halves at one end, no? It's either occur siya in the flagella in both ends or in one end. Okay, number 38. Acid-fast stain are used to stain bacteria that have high lipid and wax content in their cell walls and do not stain well with traditional bacterial stain. Is it true or false? Acid-fast stains are used to stain bacteria that have high lipid and wax content in their cell walls and do not stain well with traditional bacterial stains. Is it true or false? Number 38.
Punta doon.
Yes, indeed. It's true, no? Na usually gumagamit tayo ng acid-fast stain to those microorganisms na hindi sila nasi-stain ng ating gram staining. No? Due to yung high lipid content ng kanilang cell wall. Okay, 39. A fluorochrome that binds the chitin in fungal cell walls. A fluorochrome that binds the chitin in fungal cell walls. Letter A, India ink. Letter B, methylene blue. Letter C, calcofluor white. Or letter D, acridine orange. Okay, calcofluor white. Yes, indeed. Okay, number 40. Number 40. A negative stain used to visualize capsular surrounding certain yeast such as Cryptococcus species. Sagot niyo dito. Inulit na actually ito. Iniba lang yung pagka-construct ng question. A negative stain used to visualize capsules surrounding certain yeast such as Cryptococcus species. Yes, indeed, it's India ink.
Fresh.
Ay, sige, di ba? Tinawala ko dito mga sa ulo ko mo ba yun na
Dili ko madunggan si ma'am.
May tubig niyo.
Pilahan. ha, pahawaon yun ako na ba?
Oh, nandiyan. Oh, nandiyan. Uy, ayaw, ayaw. Nandiyan, oh.
Titipo lang sila eh.
Bilag yung magkiniyan ay pahawaon.